Hey everyone, BB here, another episode of Hangin' Loose. Carrick's getting fired up, he's already thrown the shuckers. We're going to have a chat first, but I'm super pumped to be back. Big time at the moment in Melbourne. Bell Surf Wax is launching. I'm not going to get distracted by that, but Melbourne United, fifth final in the NBL versus Adelaide 36ers. And the great man here, Carrick Felix. Pleasure to have you on the show, mate.
Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it.
It's a terrific thrill. We met how long ago? When you came across.
Yeah.
Briefly met you up in Brisbane when you played Brisbane Bullets.
That's correct, yeah.
Was that your first game?
Yeah, so that may have been my second game.
Second game. Went up there, ended up having a win, getting a W.
Which was good for me. I'm 9-1 with Melbourne United.
And like the whole Melbourne United community and fraternity and the whole business and everyone involved is so accommodating and available. And we were chatting that night after the game. You ended up ringing my son on the phone, and from there we kicked off a friendship. And it's been great since. And, you know, Melbourne United are playing in the fifth final at Hisense Arena this Saturday. And everyone's super excited and super pumped. And we're just praying for the W.
Man, it's an exciting time right now. I mean, for this to be the first title that Melbourne United the team has won as, you know, Melbourne United and not the Tigers. I mean, it's honestly, it's an accomplishment. It's huge.
It's huge.
Tomorrow's game is going to be big, man. So hopefully we see you guys out there helping us celebrate and bringing home this win. That'd be good.
No, it's all about the W.
Oh, man, all about the W.
So you've come across from the US.
Yes, correct.
And going right back to the beginning, or not right back, but you know, what we sort of started talking about, you know, with my surfing background and snowboarding, you're a skateboarder.
Yes, so I started skating, I would say probably when I was 13, 10, around there. And honestly, that was my first love. I fell in love with it. I wanted to be like the next Tony Hawk. That was my goal. So like all sports, basketball, football, I hated it all. Every time my mom or dad played basketball on TV, I would cry. Every time they would put me in like sporting activities, I would like be on the field or court, cry running off and like just hold my mom's leg. And to be honest, like it's crazy to look back at like when I actually started liking basketball, because like I was in high school. I just started high school and it was kind of the thing, everybody was doing it. But yeah, man, I was kick pushing for a very, very long time. I still, to this day, I mean, Vans off the wall, that's my thing.
So sick.
So
you're probably the only person in the NBA who can do a varial kickflip?
You know, I wondered. I'm actually curious. You know what's funny is Kyrie Irving is actually big with skateboarding and kind of loves the culture as well. But I wonder how many like basketball players or athletes can actually skate. Because I'd probably beat them all.
Yeah. Easy. Unreal, I love it. I love the swagger. And so you skateboarded and then made the transition to basketball?
Yeah, so I made the transition to basketball when I was in high school. You know, like I said, it was something new, it was something that everybody was doing. And I never was going to take it serious. I just wanted to play. And then from there, like, I made the freshman team, and you know, I wouldn't say I was like the manager or anything like that, but like I played, but I didn't really play. My first basket ever for basketball was I laid the ball up for the other team.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like my first time ever playing, like they tip off the ball, I get it, and I'm running, and my team's yelling at me, my coach is yelling at me, and I just do a layup, and I'm like all excited and smiling, and everybody's like, "Man, you just scored for the other team," and I was like. Yeah. So, I started playing in high school and kind of just fell in love with it, to be honest. It was something that I was able to do, kind of put my time in and take a lot of stuff I was dealing with at home and with my family and school, and kind of just let it out, just all on the court. So I would say it was like my escape at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So it was, to me, it was something that kind of kept me looking forward. I was a knucklehead back in the day, but it kind of kept me looking forward, so it's been a blessing to play the game. You and me both, mate. Both being players, right? And so with that journey with your basketball, you played at, was it 2 or 3 NBA teams? Yeah, so I played. So let's see. So my journey through basketball. So I went to junior college in Idaho, and then from junior college I went to Arizona State for 3 years. And then from there, I got drafted, ended up playing with Cleveland Cavaliers for a year, and then was traded to the Utah Jazz. And then from the Utah Jazz, I played halfway through, and then I ended up getting hurt. So I got like waived, went down, played with Golden State's development team, the rehab, played 2 games with them, ended up breaking my knee in half, and then I was out for 2.5 years. And then this recent year, I was able to play with the Washington Wizards and make their roster at the beginning of the season before I came here. So, yeah.
That's mate. It's a phenomenal career, and I think I know so many kids in this country, but also all over the world, have aspirations to play in the NBA.
Oh man,
you've freaking done it.
Man, it's like I said, it's a blessing, man, to like have the opportunity and be able to like, play at the highest level of my sport. I mean, it's an accomplishment, and like you said, a lot of people wish they had this opportunity, and hopefully a lot of people can put themselves in this situation just by changing their mindset, being able to work hard, and getting those tools, whether it's basketball, business, school, being a lawyer, doctor, whatever it might be. So I mean, like I said, I'm blessed to have the opportunity to continue my career and be able to get this far, and kind of now is like what's next. So
awesome.
Yeah.
What's the one thing? What's the biggest thing you've learned?
Oh, man, the biggest thing I learned is patience. Patience is big, man.
No one's fucking patient enough, right?
No.
Everyone wants it now.
But it's my generation, I feel like.
Yeah.
The younger generation is
they want it now, right?
Yes. And
it's so patience.
Yeah, so patience. I mean, just because there's so many different things that can be thrown your way, just within life, but sports itself, just because obviously you have school and you're dealing with family stuff, but at the same time, you're trying to put in all the work and time to be the best at, your sport that you're choosing. And during these times, like, you may hit walls where you're just like, man, like, how am I going to get through? Or you may hit times when your coach is just not playing you. And, there's some guys that are blessed and gifted, and girls that are blessed and gifted that are very talented that just play, whether, they just have that skill. But for guys like me, I had to kind of do it the hard way, and I had to learn how to kind of be patient and keep working and keep hammering at something until, till my opportunity came. And then just made sure when my opportunity did come that I was ready for it.
Sure.
So yeah, patience is definitely a big thing that I've learned through this whole process, and just kind of waiting my time and letting things happen as they happen, and just kind of preparing for them. So
yeah. I think it's a massive lesson, and anyone like teenagers, adolescents watching out there, it's so much to be said. Even in my business journey, there was redundancies, multiple redundancies, before co-founded Engage and growing that. And then even while we grew that and grew it, we turned over 27 million our 5th year. The work we had to put in to get us to that point, and the knocks and the hurdles to overcome, and showing resilience and showing patience you got to work hard and be patient. And everyone's looking for the magic pill, the quick fix, and it just doesn't.
I wish I had the magic pill right now.
I wish I the superpowers, right?
I wish I had them.
So patience is something that, Carrick, NBA, me, we just say patience, work super hard. So halfway through the season, Melbourne United were going okay, not great.
Yeah.
You were transferred across. Casey went down. Shoulder injury. I'm like, who? Carrick who?
I know, a lot of people said Carrick,
my son knew. My son always gets on like all the social media and looks up at he knows everything, right? So he tells me he knows all the stuff. And you came across and you started playing and had an impact immediately. In what way? I mean, I could say in what way, but in what way? Like,
it's different coming from the States to kind of come over here and play. For me, this is my first time overseas playing basketball, so just coming in here, I just knew it was going to be different. And stepping into a situation where a player's down, I was a little bit nervous because I didn't know what to expect. But being able to come in here and play with these group of guys and just like see the energy, the culture, and the characters that we have around the team, it's like it to me, it was easy. It's been easy to kind of just stay here. And when I first played, just the transition of like becoming a team, playing with the team, and kind of fitting in.
Yeah.
You know, I kind of feel like what I brought to the team, they kind of already had, but I brought it in a different way. Just, you know, I like to lead by example, just with, you know, how I go about, you know, going to practice. First one there, you know, last one out. You know, making sure I'm putting in that extra work, making sure that every time, you know, I get on the court and approach the game, that I play like it's like my last time, you know, to ever play the game, and that, you know, it's not guaranteed, because like I said, I was hurt for 2 years. So, you know, just being in that position, going on the court and being able to just do what I do best. And I think the guys around me kind of saw that passion and, you know, my willingness to kind of just sacrifice myself, you know, just coming from the NBA. I mean, a lot of Americans go to overseas and they just, you know, they shoot the ball a bunch of times, and, you know, they're excuse my language, but they're assholes. But they're assholes, to say the least. And, you know, that for me, it wasn't like that with these guys. These guys were accepting, and I think they kind of saw that with me, with just how I approach things, and kind of, you know, I kind of feel like I, you know, a little bit kind of went off into, you know, after I got done playing, with how they approached things and how they worked, and being able to compete every day. And, you know, we have great leaders on that team, man. Great leaders. So.
Yeah. No, awesome, mate. And thanks for giving me such an insight into your mindset around it. And so you played, how many games did you play?
10 games. I was 9-1, yeah. 10 games. I was
9-1.
9-1. I got the best record ever. Yeah.
And so then Casey came back,
yeah.
And then it was your turn again. Like you knew when you came across, you were going to be an injury replacement player.
Yeah.
You stepped aside, obviously. Casey's come back. They've continued that momentum.
Yeah.
And since then you've been on the sidelines and playing.
Sidelines going crazy, man. I'm banned right now.
But I've been watching, hey, and you've been showing like heaps of energy.
Yeah, yes, a little bit too much.
Heaps of energy, right? And there's a lot to be said about, you know, I think you've touched on a few things. You've touched on servant leadership. We talk about how important a support team is, whether it's sport, whether it's business, whatever that might be. And when you've got people on the sidelines or people behind the scenes in the engine room doing the grunt work, you can't have success without that. I'm a massive believer, and I think that extra level of depth in terms of, you know, your energy and everything you bring to it, it has been clear to see that come through as well. And I think you crossed the line in game 3.
I may have crossed the line a little bit, but, you know, for me, I don't think it was crossing the line. I think it was just a part of the game. And, you know, like I said, I'm very loyal and to my team, and I'm like, when I'm all in, I'm all in. So it's just like, you know, I saw this little situation happen. I kind of was going to protect my teammate, and it was a little bit different. But, you know, it's basketball. It's the game. Yeah, it's the game. But, you know, you touched on, you know, just, you know, how success and winning kind of is like a whole. And it comes down to, you know, the last person on the bench, to the trainers, to, you know, to the doctors you see, to, you know, the people that are just giving you water. I definitely think that energy is contagious. I definitely think that, you know, along with energy, that you're able to kind of, you know, change the mood of everybody. And if everyone's kind of thinking the same, moving the same, you get to see that you come out with the same results. So it's been a blessing to kind of be the guy who's kind of just, when things are down, to kind of just bounce around and just be a ball of energy.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people need that. They just need, you know.
They do.
They need to pick up. So.
Yeah, they do. 100%. I believe in that. I'm exactly the same as well. And, you know, I've got challenges, always have. And, you know, like, as any human, right? And it's your approach to it and how you want to take it on, and the energy you can bring. If you can reframe the meaning of events that are going on and learn and grow through those challenging times, then that flows through everyone around you as well.
Yeah, it's huge.
So it's a big game, game 5, the last game.
It's exciting, man. Game 5.
I'm excited.
This is it. I mean, this is almost like, you know, getting on to like finishing, you know, I don't know, on finishing like your app or, you know, getting to a point in your business where you get to stand on stage and, you know, whether it's like IPO or whether it's, you know, go to an investor, get a Series A, Series C, like this is it. Like you work so hard every day, you know, you put in the time, hours and hours and hours and hours of work from when you were a kid, you know, and to be put on a big stage, you know, for thousands and thousands of people, bright lights. I mean, what more can you ask for? And, you know, like you said, this is it. You know, there's one game left in the season for us. And I think that, if anything, I think our guys are ready. I think they know that there's one game left. And, you know, a lot of guys have never been to this stage before, but a lot of guys have. So they've tasted what it feels like to win, and they've tasted what it feels like to lose, you know? So it's just like, I think we have a level of maturity on our team where it's just like right now, the way we're going to approach it and the way we've been approaching it, it's kind of just go out with a bang, man. Just go have fun, enjoy it, smile,
flow.
Just play, man. Try to win a championship. It's going to be a boxing match, man.
So it's gonna be sick. I can't wait.
It's gonna be like Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor.
Oh, that's sick. Have you seen that documentary of Conor?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's really good.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's really good actually. Yeah, yeah.
Man, I need to watch it.
He's a showman.
Really?
Yeah, he's a showman, but he works bloody hard.
Works so hard.
You know, and
so hard.
Talks it up, but that's all part of the show, part of the package, part of the brand. And
I wish I was like that.
Yeah.
I'm not a big talker.
And so, mate, you're going home.
Yeah, I know.
Or is this home?
This is my second home.
Yes.
My second home is Australia, yes.
Yeah.
Melbourne for sure. But yeah, I am going home. You know, I love my time being here and spending it in Melbourne and being able to make new friendships like, you know, like this here and then others with my teammates and these relationships, because those are things that last a lifetime, that you cherish and you hold on to, because I believe you meet people for a reason, season, or a lifetime, and you know it's up to you to kind of see what those relationships are, but you know they're meaningful. So you know, like I said, I'm blessed to have this opportunity to come here and play, and you know now it's time for me to leave and kind of go and finish taking care of business. I got a daughter at home who wants to see me, which is big time for me.
Yeah, that's awesome.
She's 5, so you know she's at the stage where she knows what's going on, and she's just a ball of energy, personalities off the roof, man. So Disneyland is what's happening when I get home.
Oh,
so,
sick. Awesome. Yeah. Nice, man. That'd be great.
A lot of walking.
Yeah, isn't it? Well, mate, I'm super appreciative for having you on.
Oh, man. Thank you, honestly.
I started this podcast this is episode 8, right?
Yeah.
Episode 8. And 6 months ago, well, I learned about basketball in October last year when I went to the very first Melbourne United game versus Oklahoma City Thunder. That was it. That was my first Melbourne United game, right? And I've been there, and I
pretty much gave you the championship game at the beginning.
I know, right? And since then, I play basketball on Monday nights. I just got Rookie of the Year in my team. It was a 2-horse race, but I know, man. It's like, yes.
There you go.
But I just love the sport, and everyone's been incredibly accommodating, and the NBL brand and what's happening in Australia is so exciting, and I'm just so grateful that I never thought I'd have on episode 8 someone who's played in the NBA, but a good guy that you are, and we've been able to chat, exchange thoughts and philosophies, and we've got some other stuff that we're going to talk about and work on, and mate, I'm super appreciative. But there's just one thing that you've got to do.
Yes.
And you went for it at the start. It's the shucker. It's the Hangin loose shucker.
Okay.
All right, it's a must. That's what we do. I don't know why. I just thought with this, it's just all about having fun, keeping it light, sharing some insights, and having fun. Right?
Yeah.
We're gonna hang loose, right?
Yeah, hang
Good
loose.
Vibes to everyone.
Good vibes.
All right, so we're gonna stand down the barrel.
Let's go.
Over here. Yep. You ready? And we have the big shucker. You ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. You.
There it is.
There it is. You.
Hang loose. Hang
loose. Thanks again, everyone, for tuning in. Carrick, thanks, brother.
Hey, man.
Mate, legend. Thank you.
Thank you.
All the best for Sunday, mate. We're cheering on.
Thank
and this could be the last time we see each other other than Sunday, right?
Oh, man,
Until next time.
Until next time.
That's
Man,
good.
I'll be interviewing you though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for someone to flip it.
I was gonna flip it today, but
No,
we'll wait.
wait.
Wait for it.
So this is not goodbye. It's good night.
See you later.
See you later. See you later. See you later. See you later. Thanks for tuning in. You.